And there they are, the boys of Soy. Only two of them. We're missing Soy Number 1. Soy Number 1 is my favorite of the Soy boys, and he's not here today. You know, maybe Soy Number 1, how dare you not show up to promote and support the race swap Wonderman series? How dare Soy Number 1 not show up for that? That seems quite bigoted. If you ask me personally, I think that's pretty bigoted. But we got Soy Number 3 on the left and Soy Number 2 on the right. And this whole video is just one big massive MCU cope session, and then a fake reaction to the Wonderman trailer, and then them trying to hype it, and it's pretty sad and pathetic. So we're gonna watch most of this. Let's play it.
What is up, homies? Welcome back to another trailer reaction from Heroes Reforged. It's New York Comic-Con weekend. We are here. Hector is in New York. He's hosting some panels. And
he's there. He got his Shill access at the I guess that should that count, chat? Should that count towards Top Shill this week? Hector hosting a panel at the celebration at New York Comic-Con. That might have to count.
Running around doing some fun stuff.
Yeah.
There were some pretty big announcements, a lot of things that we'll probably cover on a future podcast episode, but some of the trailers that they dropped include Wonderman, the brand new Marvel series debuting at the very beginning of next year. They also did some revelations for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2, X-Men 97 Season 2, Vision Quest.
Okay, so let's jump ahead a little bit here. I got the numbers here. Actually, I don't have the numbers here. Okay, let's okay, so they're gonna kick off talking about the state of Disney Marvel television.
He's a really great actor. He was incredible in Watchmen. So that's really the driving force for me right now. I'm sure Hector knows more about Wonderman than either of us combined. But
yeah.
You know, how are we feeling about another new slate of shows going into next year? Like, I feel like a lot of people are really lukewarm on Marvel TV right now.
I feel like Marvel TV right now is kind of in the dumps as far as reception goes.
Oh, the Soy boys are sad, chat. The Soy boys are sad.
When I talk to people, even outside of our comic book community, it feels like a lot of people are hesitant or have not caught up with the TV stuff or the streaming stuff. Because
why would they want to catch up with it? Ironheart, D.E. Ironheart, which wait till you hear what he says about D.E. Ironheart here shortly. D.E. Ironheart, Wonderman, Echo, Agatha, Daredevil, which had worse viewership than Agatha.
It's just so much. They gave us so much at the beginning. It felt like it was kind of...
You know what that sounds like, chat? You know what that sounds like to me, chat?
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething.
That sounds like they are coping too hard.
Tied in, but then it wasn't tied in, and then there was storylines that didn't tie in. And so with so much content to consume, specifically coming out of the pandemic, I feel like a lot of people just didn't follow along. And so I think they're gonna be fighting an uphill battle to get this stuff really.
So they're already, chat, if you don't, if you're unfamiliar with the Shill process, they are lowering expectations for Disney Marvel content on Disney Plus. They're lowering the expectations of viewership and engagement and excitement. And then when it comes out, even if it's the lowest viewed product, the lowest viewed MCU live action project on Disney Plus ever, they're still going to lower the expectations and then find a way to be pleasantly surprised by it. This is a classic Shill tactic. And they're doing it already. They're setting the stage for it already. I know these Shills better than they know themselves. And I know these Soy boys better than they know themselves as well.
Kind of going strong. As much as I loved Ironheart, I don't think enough people watched it. It didn't come up in the conversation, and that show was fantastic. So I'm hoping we get a banger show.
Fantastic. DEI. Did he just say DE Ironheart was fantastic, chat?
Just didn't follow along, and so I think they're gonna be fighting an uphill battle to get this stuff really kind of going strong. As much as I loved Ironheart, I don't think enough people watched it. It didn't come up in the conversation, and that show was fantastic. So
what? DE Ironheart, fantastic. So for those of you that passed on DE Ironheart in the chat, those of you that didn't watch it, the show was actually fantastic. You can trust Soy Number 2. It was fantastic. I mean, we've all heard that people just can't stop talking about it. I forgot who was the actor that played Mephisto. Who is the? I know I've seen him in something, but I completely forget who he is because it was so unmemorable. Sacha Baron Cohen, but you guys know what I mean.
I'm hoping we get a banger show in this one or anything coming out in the upcoming slate that's going to get everybody back on board to the Disney streaming services show stuff. And I hope they just don't saturate the market like they did before. But it feels like with all that being presented, it feels like kind of an oversaturation again. I don't know. How do you feel, Adam?
Similar. I think the one thing that
similar, the soy wave, right, chat?
Think that I had brought up very briefly is there's also now the differentiation between Marvel Studios that makes the movies, Marvel Television, and Marvel Animation. And it really feels like Kevin Feige is going back to focusing primarily on movies. And now,
and that's a good point, Fentanyl Floyd, that, if Disney Marvel wants to, I still think that Disney, well, I don't know, maybe not as much as I used to, even like 6 months ago. Like Disney Marvel could still turn the corner. And I think people are going to come back for the Avengers movies, but if they focused on quality over quantity and stopped dumping garbage like Wonder Man and DE Ironheart and Echo, and I'd even throw Daredevil in there. I think that Daredevil was just they didn't need to do that show either. I'd even throw that in there. And a lot of these other ones, Hawkeye, they'd probably be better off for it. Maybe do like they should honestly, they should do, I think they should do one show. If they wanted to be successful, they should do one show a year, one movie a year. Naroduck said Born Again was mid. I had no desire to watch that show. And the fact that it did not beat Agatha in viewership is truly embarrassing. Anyway.
They have Brad Winderbaum, who's really focusing on television and animation. And I do think that they needed that.
But, as we all know, Disney had to drop these shows, Wonder Man, DE Ironheart, Secret Invasion, Echo. They had to do that to check their boxes and fulfill their DEI quota. So they had to drop it.
I think they needed people, they needed different people to handle these different departments. My only sort of, worry is I still want the TV shows, whether they're animated or live action, to tie into the greater universe, or at the very least, if you're going to set up characters like...
They do tie into the universe. The problem is Disney Marvel doesn't go anywhere with it. DE Ironheart tied into the universe, and then they introduced Mephisto, and are they going to go... Is Disney Marvel... Chad, do you think that Disney Marvel is going to do anything at all with Mephisto in the near future? I don't think he's going to be in Wonder Man. I mean, he's definitely not going to be in Wonder Man, right? Unless, I don't know, the main character in Wonder Man made a deal with him to get the part, and that explains the race swap. I don't know. But I don't think they're going to... I seriously doubt they're going to bring him into Doomsday or Secret Wars. I mean, it'd be ridiculous if they did. Bengals up to... Dude, God, dude, I was on a roll, and then you come at... Dude... I had a feeling they were going to blow that fucking lead. I had a feeling they were going to blow that goddamn lead, of course. Anyway, just completely killed my momentum on my fucking rant. Thank you. All right, let's backtrack a bit and continue.
Ironheart, the greater, still want the TV shows, whether they're animated or live action, to tie into the greater universe, or at the
yes, okay, tying into the greater universe. Again, is anything going on with Wonder Man going to tie into the greater universe? I mean, it's a part of it. You know, it has not the Mandarin in the show. See, they bring like a character here and a character there into these shows to have it tie in, but they don't go anywhere with it, and they're doing it just for the sake of nostalgia and just to put them in the trailers and try to get as many people as possible to tune in.
very least, if you're going to set up characters like
Handsome Gary Vader, the race swap is of the Wonder Man character. Disney Marvel is going completely meta with it. They're race swapping the character for the show, and then in the context of the show, in a meta way, along with addressing superhero fatigue, they're going to address race swapping within the context of the show for the Wonder Man series, the Disney Marvel Studios Wonder Man series. Another go woke, go broke show.
Ironheart, like Miss Marvel, you know, Agatha, all of these characters. Will we ever see them in a movie? And if we don't see them in a movie, is there any incentive?
We already saw Ironheart in a movie, but I guess Soy Number 2 forgot about that because it was so unmemorable.
For the audience to constantly watch all of this stuff. I think that's exactly what you're talking about. Is
I think maybe what are you saying here, Soy? Are black women in Disney Marvel not memorable to you, Soy Number 2? Do you easily forget about black women? Do they just do they just go in one ear and out the other whenever they're on screen with you, Soy Number 2? How can I, you know, someone that you would call a racist bigot, Soy Number 2, how can I remember that Riri Williams appeared in Black Panther Wakanda Forever and you forgot about that, Soy Number 2? What the fuck? Just saying.
Constantly saturating the market with new shows. Do those shows sort of quote unquote matter to the end, to the bigger sort of storytelling of Marvel Studios, but also does it need to? It's like this catch-22, right? Is Marvel?
Okay, I'm going to skip ahead here a little bit. Do you guys want to watch the reaction, or do you want to skip the reaction and get to the cope? 1 in the chat if you want to watch the reaction, 2 in the chat if you don't. Just go do a little snap poll here in the chat.
We will watch most of it, if not all of it. That's part of our job, but also like we are committed to the storytelling across all these different mediums. And my hope, I guess, especially with something like DC, because it's so fresh, is that they don't fall into that same trap. But who knows? Because I feel like all of these studios are doing upwards of 4 shows a year on top of doing like.
Okay, I think I see more 1s than 2s, so we'll watch it. All right, this is the so for those of you that missed the trailer, here it is, and here's the Soy Boys reaction.
The entertainment world is stunned today when
and it talks about the race swap and the superhero fatigue in the trailer as well. It kind of mentions what they're going to do with it.
Nationally celebrated and reclusive filmmaker Von Kovacs
I don't know if you're going to get a shill face because they seem pretty damn bored, if you ask me.
sprung out of retirement to sign on for a remake of Wonder Man. Mr.
Oh,
Von
Jesus.
Kovac, could you tell us more?
Everyone is tired of superheroes.
Oh my God! This is the guy from Baravia from Superman.
Imagine a whole
Thank you,
genre
Soy
of
Number 2.
storytelling.
I'm glad you're here to
thought
tell us
about
these
casting?
things.
So, what's this
Trevor.
big audition you were talking about?
Ben Kingsley?
There's Mandarin.
Yeah, Ben Kingsley.
What?
I'm auditioning for Wonder Man.
That's funny. This is like Pasadena, Burbank.
What?
They filmed all over LA.
This is all LA, yeah.
Crazy.
I was born to play this character.
Oh, you serious? Boo, they are already
I was born to play this character. How much, chat? How much you want to bet they try to go somewhere with that?
talking to Leo.
Oh my God.
To Leo.
American Horror Story.
Yes.
You just gotta go out there and crush it.
Telling you, it's She-Hulk. They watched She-Hulk. They watched the She-Hulk finale and were like, holy shit, that was great. We're just going to do that with this show. Because obviously She-Hulk just went over so well with the fandom. Major
We're trying to
success.
come up with a backstory for the character.
Well, trust the words. Just show up and say them.
That's not my process.
Well, your process can go blow spider.
Oh my god.
I love that Ben Kingsley's back.
Guys, killing it in
The
there.
OG Mandarin.
Why? Why?
Where
Yup.
have you seen him before?
Pretty sure he used to be a terrorist.
Trevor Slattery. Yep.
You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams.
Simon Williams. That's right.
Listen to me, Simon. The callback is happening now. Just be normal.
Normal man. The breakdown is go method.
Come in. Mr. Kovac will meet you.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the Soys here seem pretty bored with this trailer.
My god.
They're just doing the fake laughing.
Old Hollywood, baby.
To meet Von Kovac.
Hello, everyone.
Any news from Von Kovac?
There is news you'll be the first to know.
Unless you call me again, in which case I will never tell you.
So all we got from these guys, you see why I didn't do a Shill trailer on this? You see now? This was literally everyone who dared watch it.
Interesting. All 8 episodes.
wow.
Okay, I thought it said all 8 episodes. I was like, really? We're just dropping all 8? Jesus.
I would not be shocked, chat, if they drop all 8 episodes at once. That's probably the only way they could get this show to chart on Nielsen. They'd have to drop all 8 episodes at once.
Oh, it's an 8 episode
episodes?
series.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah,
one
yeah. I see it,
one
I
episode
see it.
every week starting January. Cool. I
Yeah,
mean, look, it
okay.
looks really fun, and there is some.
All right, chat. Pay attention. How many times do they say the word fun? I remember when I skimmed this, they say fun like a million times. Keep count.
Something to appreciate, and I don't
It's
know how
one.
this will play with normal audience,
How many
with general
How many times do these clowns say the word fun?
audiences, right? But I feel like people are so tapped into the entertainment industry through social media, Instagram, all that stuff, that I think this could be a really fun look at the Marvel universe. Like, it's a very different type of a lens. It's fun. It's having fun.
Yeah.
It's very meta, all this sort of stuff. Will it have anything to say about the exhaustion of the superhero genre? Very
Are they going to have the conversation, right? Having the conversation, like Michael Vogel said.
very well could.
Yeah.
Very important.
The one thing that I will say, and this is unrelated to what I was just talking about, but this like
Fun.
old school Wonderman movie, it kind of looks like all that stuff you see on YouTube that's like AI generated.
It really does. Yeah.
It looks like that
It
superhero movie 1970s super Pikachu, but I don't know. To me, it looks really fun. I think having Yaya play this type of a character, it's very much in his wheelhouse. Playing with the whole meta-ness of all of this stuff, and like this looks like it's all shot in South Pass and Burbank and stuff. So LA production, like,
I've been to
thank
a
God,
lot
man,
of those
it's about
buildings.
time.
I can see the Hollywood.
Fun. Defense number 1. If I do a Shill's defend for this, which I actually might do. We might have to do a Shill's defend for this, chat. Fun will be defense number 1, as you guys always know.
Hollywood sign for my house.
I think you need your balls reattached.
I love. And as weird as this is, I love and I miss movies that were shot in LA and you can see LA. I'm not necessarily seeing the draw so far because it doesn't feel superhero-y, even though this is Wonder Man, who's Wonder Man from the little.
Yeah, that's the problem, Soy Number 3. It doesn't feel like a superhero show. People tune in to Marvel because they want to see superheroes be superheroes. They don't want to see a identity politics addressing superhero fatigue, meta as hell, She-Hulk 2.0 show.
Know of Wonder Man, he is Thor level strength, like superhuman. It's kind of like Superman. He's invulnerable. He's got power.
Didn't really get that from this trailer.
He can fly.
The 3 will probably be that needle drop where it starts to turn.
Yeah, or maybe even to the end. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know how. I feel like this show is going to be an indication of maybe where Marvel wants to take their shows into the future, because I don't know.
Wow. I mean, if they are going to take more shows like into the future like this, that's I mean, you thought the MCU was bad now.
much of the show we're seeing at this point. It feels like
that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, this could be like the first
1 through 3.
Yeah, this feels very much like, oh, we're just seeing the setup. Like a lot of this could be the pilot.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys haven't said fun in a while. I'm gonna need some more fun, soys.
And the second episode.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe they're holding back a lot of stuff until, you know, like later on down the line, if at all.
Mm-hmm. I think that's going to be part of it. And it's really interesting to see Ben Kingsley as the Mandarin, or was the Mandarin back in action here, because he was an actor, right? Like he was the actor. So
it's exactly what I said earlier. Remember, like, oh, Ben Kingsley, the Mandarin or the fake Mandarin. Oh, he's going to be in the show because he's an actor, and the show's about actors. Oh, touchdown Steelers.
To see him kind of bring things back. Is he the one that's going to bring the superhero-ness into this? Like what is his role? He looks like kind of just like a silly, washed up Hollywood type, but I'm sure he's going to have something to do with why he's hanging out with Simon here. So it looks interesting. It looks fun. It looks different.
Fun again. That's number 5, right, chat? Fun, number 5.
I like that the colors are saturated and the music's not like
the colors. Fucking Draven Mayberry. That's why Draven Mayberry liked Snow White. If you like colors, you'll like the movie. If you like colors, you'll like this show.
Orchestral and superhero-y and like
Soy Number 2. I know you want to say
show.
Fun
So
again.
Yeah, it's got a pop.
Obviously, we're going to give it a shot.
Yeah, it's got a pop to it.
Yeah, and I do think like an Ally McBeal, Ally McBeal vibes, you know.
I do think it's interesting that Trevor Slattery has become this like through line character that just pops up when what's the draw to the general audience, and maybe
nothing. There is no draw to the general audience at all. You think that this show is going to bring in the casuals? That there's no draw to the casual audience.
You've talked about or brought up like what's the draw to the general audience, and maybe it is them leaning into like, oh, this is a look into
that's the draw,
what it's like, you know, what a production is like in Hollywood these days. I don't know, like maybe not at all, but
why would people want to see that in a superhero series? Why if you want to do that, then just do that with something else.
That's kind of the vibe that you get from it. And
why does it have to be meta?
The cast, you know, Yaya and Ben Kingsley and some of the other actors are going to be a draw, or maybe it is this very like meta narrative commentary on the exhaustion of the superhero genre, which this trailer doesn't really give you that. This trailer is very much about, we're remaking Wonder Man. Okay, cool.
The other teaser trailer, the 30-second one, actually gave a hell of a lot more than the official trailer did.
And it kind of lightly tells you like, oh, we've exhausted the superhero genre, but like, what is the show gonna do, say, and talk about?
I want another fun. I know there's gotta be more funs in here, guys. Come on, say it's fun.
And I don't want to put this pressure on the show, but also like, I hope we do see Wonder Man, this character, in future stuff as well.
Yeah, but put him in Doomsday. Why the fuck not?
I think the show has to really be the draw ultimately, and people have to walk out of the show going, oh, what a cool character Simon Williams is. I'd love to see him again in something else.
Say fun. I know you want to say it, Soy Number 2. Say fun. I know you want to say it. I know you want to say it.
Well, we'll see, but it looks fun.
Yes!
And I think sometimes, I don't know if that's enough for audiences nowadays with Marvel.
No, it is not, Soy Number 1. It must be Soy Number, or sorry, Soy Number 2. Excuse me. Soy Number 2, I know you've seen my Shills Defend videos where literally, oh, it's a fun movie or it's a fun show, gets an entire section in those videos. It's just a coping mechanism.
I feel like they really need stakes. But we are seeing that even with the season finale of Peacemaker. Sometimes I feel like audience expectations
for Charles, I think we're up to 6 funds.
They always want spectacle. And when it comes to like really telling character-driven stories, they like the
surprise deaths
stuff.
and all that stuff.
Right, cameos and all that stuff. So remains to be seen, but it looks fun. I'm interested by the premise. I like the actors in it. And to me, that's enough of a draw now.
7.
But we'll see in January when it debuts if people are going to be really, really into it or not.
Yeah. We'll see. I think it looks fun. We'll see. I don't know.
8 funds. 8 funs. Okay, and with that, that is it for the Soy. But I think I don't know. Should the Soy Boys win top shill for just saying fun 8 times in about 5 minutes?